Deep in the heart of Nazareth, Zesshi sat in silence. Not chained, not tortured, but the silence itself was worse. Every minute, someone albedo, demiurge, Pandora's actor entered the room, asking her the same questions in different ways. Zesshi had resisted, but she was clever. She knew what they were doing. They weren't just interrogating her. They were profiling the Theocracy, and they were winning. Each hesitation, each flicker of her gaze they learned. Far above, Ains reviewed her file. His skeletal fingers tapped the armrest of the throne. The child of a black scripture, cardinal and an elf. No wonder her power rivals ours. Demiurge stood nearby, smiling as always. Shall we begin our next move? Ains. While they are still reeling from her disappearance, Ains nodded. Prepare the scouts. Let the Theocracy know. We are watching. Meanwhile, deep within the slain Theocracy, panic spread in secret. Zesshi, their strongest secret weapon, was gone. The cardinals convened in a hidden cathedral, magic wards glowing around them. She was supposed to infiltrate Nazareth, not be taken. How much does she know? Too much, one cardinal said grimly. They had feared Nazareth. Now, they realized they had grossly underestimated it. Back in Nazareth, Zesshi looked up as a new figure entered her cell. It wasn't albedo. It wasn't demiurge. It was a human-looking man in robes. Pandora's actor. His smile was polite, almost mocking. Shall we begin again, Miss Zesshi? Or are you ready to cooperate? Zesshi didn't respond. But she knew this much. The Theocracy had failed her, and she was alone in the tomb of monsters. But even now, in the deepest part of her heart, Zesshi began to wonder. Would it be better to join them? In the grand scheme of things, Zesshi had only been gone for about a week. Yet within that time, the slain Theocracy had begun to unravel. Strategies were discussed, plans made, all centered around the retrieval of their most promising agent. The problem, however, was that they didn't have much to go on. All they knew was that she'd vanished after entering the great tomb of Nazareth. Any theories as to how she'd pulled that off were pure speculation. Was she captured? Was she hiding? Did she betray them? These thoughts echoed in the mind of Cardinal Adam, one of the 9 leaders of the Holy Order who specialized in divination magic. He stared at his crystal ball, the swirling mists reflecting his troubled face. Beside him, 2 other cardinals watched intently. Their faces, though obscured by shadows, seemed troubled as well. Adam, what do you see? The question came from Cardinal Geese, whose knowledge of curses and forbidden magic was unmatched in the Theocracy. Adam hesitated, then spoke in a low voice. I see darkness, immense, inescapable darkness, and within it, traces of immense, magical power. Also, a presence I cannot read. I sense great danger there. The 3rd Cardinal Veto, who specialized in combat and led the elite Sky Knights, frowned. We knew this would be a dangerous mission, but is it hopeless? Not yet, Adam replied, shaking his head. There is still a faint light within the darkness. As long as it remains, hope remains. Suddenly, Jess raised a hand, his eyes wide. Did you feel that? He whispered. The others shook their heads, focusing on Adam, who closed his eyes, reaching out with his magic. What is it, Adam? Jess asked again, his voice tight with concern. When Adam opened his eyes, they were filled with dawning horror. Ainslewell gown, he breathed, his voice barely a whisper. The others gasped. They all knew that name. It was spoken with reverence and fear in hushed tones across the Theocracy. Ainslewell gown, the skeletal sorcerer, who ruled the great tomb of Nazareth. How could Zesshi have possibly encountered him? Had she betrayed them and joined forces with Nazareth? Or was she a prisoner there, bargaining for her freedom? Or, perhaps, as Adam suspected, with a growing sense of dread, she had died. If Ains had laid a hand on her, there would be no hope of survival. Just then, a messenger rushed into the chamber, his face pale with urgency. Cardinals, a message has arrived from Ains' old gown. He held out a sealed envelope, its wax insignia depicting a grinning skull. Jess took the letter, his hand trembling slightly. As he broke the seal and began to read, the others crowded around him, their faces etched with concern. After a moment of stunned silence, Jess finally spoke, his voice grave. "He wants to play a game," he said, his eyes narrowed in suspicion. "A game?" Veto echoed, his grip tightening on his sword hilt. What kind of game could the ruler of Nazarick be proposing? Could it be some sort of trap?